Kilo Charlie Zulu. It's kind of like bingo, you know. All right, Kilo Echo 8, Kilo Charlie Zulu. Going once.
That's it, bingo.
Yes, sir. Now, where are you, sir?
I am in Clio, Michigan.
And what's the name there, sir?
My name is Matt.
Matt, is that Roger?
Roger, my name is Matt.
Alrighty, and what radio are you running, sir?
I'm running a STDX-1200 on 100 watts.
Roger, Roger. And Matt, just out of curiosity, what kind of antenna are you running, sir?
I am running a fan dipole. I forgot the model number. Hold on just a second. It is Alpha Delta DXCC.
Alrighty, now fan dipole, is that all those dipoles? How many dipoles do you have in that fan?
All those dipoles, how many dipoles do you have in that fan?
That would be 2.
Oh, Roger, Roger. Now, are they one under the other, or are they running different orientations?
Are they one under the other, or are they running different orientations?
Yeah, Matt, what I'm asking is there that fan dipole, is there one under the other, or does the one under the top one run parallel to it, or does it run a different orientation?
Parallel to it, or does it run a different orientation?
The dipole has 3 radiators on it, running parallel to each other. The bottom wire is for 10 meter, and the center one is for 20, and the top is for 80 and 15.
Roger that. Roger that. Just curious. Now, are they resonant? Do you have them tuned specifically?
Do you have them tuned specifically?
Roger, I have those tuned.
Excellent, excellent. Now, and so because of that, do you have to run antenna tuner, or can you run them without the antenna tuner?
Run antenna tuner, or can you run them without the antenna tuner?
I can run them either way. I have them resonant center of the phone frequencies, and when I slide away from those, I can use an antenna tuner.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's great. You know, resonant antennas are just so nice because first off, they're resonant at the frequency that you're operating on, so they are very efficient radiators. And the second part is that obviously, since they are resonant, you have low SWR, so you normally don't have to use an antenna tuner, which is another loss device as it tries to make the SWR look better on the radio side. But great. And now, as far as your radio, if you would be interested in our setup procedure, it starts with engaging your compressor at a 3. It's a token amount. You'll never hear it on the air, but it's the beginning of our setup procedure. Roger?
On the air, but it's the beginning of our setup procedure. Roger?
I'm sorry, could you repeat?
Roger, Roger. We have a setup procedure that takes unprocessed audio and processes it from 10 dB dynamic range to a 3 dB dynamic range, which increases your average percent of peak modulation from 30% to 80 to 85%. Roger?
From 30% to 80 to 85%. Roger?
how do you get that procedure?
All right. It starts with engaging your processor at a token amount, just a 3, but it's the beginning of the process. Roger.
Just a 3, but it's the beginning of the process. Roger.
Roger that. I am just getting familiar with my radio. I've only had it for a couple of days, and I'm just learning how to use it. So you may have to get back with me on that one in about a year or so.
I'll tell you what, Matt, let me give you some notes, sir. And then as you find things, you can crank them in. Our setup procedure starts with engaging your compressor at a 3. So note to self, compressor on at a 3. Once you have that, then you move to your ALC with mic gain in hand. And as you speak fairly rapidly, 100, 200, 300, you adjust your ALC level for mid-scale to 2/3 by way of mic gain manipulation. So as you speak fairly rapidly to keep that meter up to see where it is, you use your mic gain to set your ALC meter at mid-scale to 2/3. Roger?
Set your ALC meter at mid-scale to 2/3. Roger.
Roger that. Do you have this procedure listed on a website by any chance?
I do, actually. If you go to YouTube and do a, let's see what that would be, how to get to there. Well, go to YouTube and do KC9VKV, and that will take you to our Qso-Vlog page. And I have one entitled Basic Setup. Basic Setup, and it covers some of the same stuff that I was just talking about. Roger?
Some of the same stuff that I was just talking about. Roger.
Could I get your call sign one more time, please?
Yes, it's Kilo Charlie 9 Victor Kilo Victor. KC9VKV. And also, if you would be interested in hearing your radio, we are recording now, live till 5, so if you would happen to go to YouTube and do a search for KC9VKV, along with today's date, 5/28/21, that will take you to this recording. Roger?
21, that will take you to this recording. Roger.
Roger that. That sounds very interesting. I appreciate the information, sir.
Roger, Matt. Well, let me say 73 to you, sir. And if you get a chance you have trouble following the yellow brick road as far as the setup, feel free to check back in maybe next Friday, and we can, try to take a more direct approach with maybe a little bit better conditions. Roger.
More direct approach with maybe a little better conditions. Roger.
Roger that. Qso. But first, I didn't catch, where exactly are you right now?
Well, we're located just beside Louisville, Kentucky. We're on the Indiana side of the Ohio River, right at Louisville. Roger.
Indiana side of the Ohio River, right at Louisville. Roger.
Roger that. I appreciate the information. 73 and have a wonderful day. Qso.
Roger, Matt. 73, sir. Have a great afternoon, beautiful weekend. This is the Friday afternoon Qso-Vlog Net. If you have a radio you want to check out, give me a shout.